Well, let's get the party started. Love Them Knives channel, LTK here. It's been it's been fun. Did a move from one house to another house. Now I remember why I hate moving so badly. Set up my office kind of sorta. So we're just kind of this is an indoctrination video and review of the Civivi Anthropos by Elijah Isham. But an anthropos, by the way, means everybody calls me Anthropos too because the Son of Man, of course, like in the New Testament. I didn't want to reveal that, but just saying. That's a joke. Okay, so in any case, if you want to know what Anthropos is all about, look it up on Wikipedia. I don't care. I care about the knife. Okay, so next. Here's the knife. By Civivi, the Anthropos. Here you go, Elijah Isham's moniker on here. Let me know if this lighting's okay for you. This is a whole different setup in my office. You can hear my little Seth Thomas clock ticking in the background. So that's an old family thing. My grandfather and my dad, all that kind of stuff. So it's there and it's going to stay there. But in any case, nice knives. I like these. They're really cool. Right, left hand tip up carry. Deep carry. Got a little cutaway here that is totally meaningless for me as far as being able to flip the knife. I think I saw somebody on Knife Center or somebody do that, but my fat fingers ain't making the grade there. But the flipper tab up here, and definitely not my thumb. Talk about fat. Okay, I can get her started. I mean, I can roll it around like that, okay? Open it like that, but as far as flicking, the flickability factor for me is not there. This is a different kind of setup from a lot of his knives have a more pronounced opening that you can actually get to. The flipper tab is small. It's way out front here. It's jimped. It's easy to deploy. I don't know. I mean, got a buddy, Jeffrey Olmsted, lives up in the Phoenix area, about 100 miles away from me. And way up north there in Phoenix. And he got one and he's sending it back. Something about the D10 didn't work for him. So I don't know. All three of these knives, and I've got the blue, the orange, and the black. Black on black. So the black carbon fiber over the black G10. And I disassembled this one so you guys could take a look at it, and we'll get to that in a little bit. Here's the blue. I tend to prefer color. It depends. Like in the Steelcraft knife that was out, I don't know. The Glimpse, the full-size Glimpse was black carbon fiber over black G10. You know what? I like that better than the others. So it just depends on the knife. These I'm undecided, but I kind of like all of them, really. The orange is optic. The blue is kind of nice, but a little toy store bluish looking, so not real sedate or anything. But if you like blue, you like blue. And then the black on black, of course. And if you look inside, or if you just don't look inside, look at this one. Damn it. Right here, you can see that the liners are skeletonized and there are bearings. And this is how this came apart now. See, there's the presentation side. There's the bearing. And it was facing up. The open end of the bearings are facing up. I usually have the closed end facing towards the blade. Okay, so neither here nor there. Do I really think that it makes a big difference? I don't know. It's just one of my neuroses of doing them facing in like that because I heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy who knows. So that's the way I do them. And really tell you the truth, I'm not sure if it makes any damn difference at all. And then, of course, you've got your hardware coming through here that's black. And so I didn't pull the backspacer off on this side, but there it is. And I did take the pocket clip off so you can kind of see how that's done. And you can see that there was a little bit of thread locker on there. There's the backside, the lock bar side, okay, where the cutout is on that. And then, of course, here is the other. And both these sides had the open side facing towards the blade, which I'm going to change, but, you know, as we go. Here's where your detamp ball goes. Obviously, it's an internal blade stop here, okay? And this is the area that's cut out for that to rotate in here. So as you go, and of course, I've got all kinds of screws. Not many, actually. It didn't take many. It just took these two screws. This is the pivot, and this is the back part of the knife back here, okay? And this is, of course, the pocket clip if you want to flip it, whichever way. Okay, so there's not a lot of hardware involved there. Not a lot of hardware at all. Not a D-shaped pivot either, is it? No, it's not. But it's nice that they skeletonized the liners. These things are, what are they, about $74 retail, and get them from White Mountain Knives, and you get 10% off with the LTK discount code, so you're in the 60-something dollar range. Did I write it down somewhere? I thought I did, actually, somewhere. But it was, it's not that important. $67.32, right? And, of course, they go in and out of stock as they go, so check one day, check another day, everything changes. But there you go. I just thought maybe you were interested in kind of the breakout of how it looked disassembled. There's jimping, obviously, on the lock bar. It looks like a ceramic detamp ball here. Okay, so let's throw the disassembled knife back to the back here. Throw all the parts on the towel, which has got, you know, coffee stains and other stuff on it, just because it is that way. Okay, so there's the blade. Of course, I laid the towel out because I want to hold on to these parts. I don't want to go and have them flying off the table at any particular time. I like the knife. It's lightweight. It's not very big. It's not small. You know, it's not tiny or anything, but it's reasonably decent sized, and it comes in a box with a zipper pouch, which is, you know, doesn't every $65 knife come with a zipper pouch? It's just when you start paying $240 that they don't. Okay, but yeah, Civivi and WE and Bestech and all those people supply you with that. I'm just giving a hard time to the American manufacturers that don't do that. And here's the specs if you are interested. I hope you are. 7.4 inches overall, 3.25 blade length, Chinese D2, which tests as regular D2, by the way. So, in the last, I think, Civivi knife we tested was around a 59 or so HRC on the D2, which is definitely within range. It's very acceptable. In any case, let's throw a tape to it, and then we'll put it on the scale. Well, I mean, depends on where you want to measure to, right? 3 1/4, okay, the furthest forward part of the bolster, and 7.4, okay, we can do that. And we're talking about 19 centimeters and about 83 to 4 millimeters at the closest point to this bolster. Okay, now if you want to compare it with some other knives and sizes, of course, it's not as big as the Paramilitary 2. And how about the Manix? Nope, not as big as the Manix either. Well, how about something else? What else we got here? Recon. So if you've got a Recon 1, it's a much smaller knife, isn't it? Much smaller. So where are we in there? How about a Bestech Swordfish? Gotta have you a fish. Especially, this is going to get dyed one of these days whenever I catch up. Whenever I find my toothbrush and the coffee pot for moving in here, this has been a hell of an ordeal. But in any case, here we go. Yeah. Of course, these are all big knives. Where's a smaller knife I could go? Ah, here we go. How about this little Kershaw? There you go. See? Now it's looking big. Change the perspective. Yeah, still looks bigger then. So this is not tiny, not like a 2.85-inch blade or anything like that. So not bad, not bad. I like the action. It's weird. All these three knives have really good action on them. No blade play, no lock rock, no problems there. There's my lockup. It's probably a solid 35%. At least. And what does it say right there? D2, right? I like the design. Nice flat grind. Should be a good slicer. Maybe not a piercing champ, but it can do some of that. And let's grab a piece of paper from way back. Oh my God, that is way back. And see if it's reasonably sharp out of the box. Okay, yeah, that's not bad. How about this? All right, okay, that'll work. You got me. No problems there, no big issues. So which one do you like? You like the blue, you like the orange, you like the black? Which one do you think you prefer? Deep carry clip, right and left tip up carry. That's not bad. Is that really a go forward area? I'm not going to consider it to be that and not necessarily encourage anybody to use it like that, but it can be, I guess, if you want to choke up a little bit for some fine work. You're just going to have to watch it because that's not a very deep choil there. Otherwise, you're kind of safe back here, all right? Not a lot of room, but you got 4 fingers. Reverse grip's fine. The ergos are good on this. That feels comfortable in the hand, even though, you're kind of back here to the, to the back of the handle. And you got a backspacer. I was going to say earlier, I don't think that's carbon fiber. I think it's G10. I know they got a carbon fiber overlay here, so it might lead you to think that might be as well. But that looks just like black G10, and they've done the same in all the different colors. So especially if you want black on black on black, well, then you get the black one because you get back here, you got the black G10, black carbon fiber, black everything. So you got total blacked out thing, except for the blade. The hardware also is black. The pocket clip is black. So if you really like the blacked out thing, maybe with a satin blade, then you're in good shape there. Pretty light. We never did throw it on the scale. Let's get that on there. If I can remember. I don't even remember how to review knives now. Not that I ever had that much talent there. But I mean, it's hard getting started after you pretty much shut her down for a while. I had some reviews in the can that I put up while I was moving because I just couldn't get to anything for a couple weeks. So it's, it's different getting started up again. Okay. So we got 3.29 ounces. That's pretty light. Grams, 93. Under 100 grams, pretty light. Feels lightweight. I like the action on it. You're going to ask me about detent. I think the detent is appropriate. I can fail it. Okay, so it's not too crazy. And especially if you can get your fingers in there to flick it, which, gosh dang, not quite. Couldn't quite do it. If you can get your finger in there to flick it, then you don't want the detent to get way too tough. And plus, the way this thing pokes out here with this jimping, it could dig into your finger if the detent was way crazy. So, no, I think it's appropriate. It feels pretty good to me. Where would I place it on my detent scale? Hold on, let me get this out of the way and see. I can click it open. I know this is going to sound really redundant, but It's a 5. The fact that it's so light, the blade's light, and I can still open it like this, that really probably less than a 5. More like a 4.5. Okay. So, yeah. I mean, this one. Let me see if this one varies much. Okay. No, not much. Let me see if I can throw this out. It seems a little stiffer detent. Yeah, still can throw it out though. Yeah, so pretty consistent in that. I don't mind that. There's what the pivot looks like. There's the backside. Nothing fancy going on with the hardware here. Nice steel liners though. Fit and finish is good. Lightweight. Good little carry. If I mean, traditionally the Elijah Isham knives have been kind of expensive. Whether you got the Browse Raven or any of the Eschaton, Zeta, those kinds of knives, or Arrakis, they're not cheap. I mean, they're in the $300 range. So this is where you can grab onto one in the $60-something range if you want an Isham design. The pass-through is easy. Disengaging the lock bar is easy. You saw the jimping that I showed you earlier on that. I like the design. It's pretty clean and functional and not so complicated or so many cutouts and so skeletonized and artsy that it feels unusable. This one, no, it feels totally usable. Oh, just real quick though, I never did get to this. Sorry, you might be a little bit interested in 3mm blade stock. Okay, so what's that? 1/8 inch, 0.117, a little under, I guess. And then here, not quite a 1/2 inch, but close to a 1/2 inch, 12.4 millimeters. So as far as thickness goes, pretty close to a standard EDC knife, like the Paramilitary 2, that kind of thing. And blade stock, thinner than the Para 2. The Para 2 is more like 3.6. So this being at 3mm is thinner. And you can see how they kind of bevel these edges off. So, yeah, nice finish work. The grind looks even. You're getting regular steel bearings, as we saw over here. So, and just 2 screws basically to put it back together, and then the pocket clip. So, and I didn't have any issues disassembling this. Okay, I thought maybe you'd want me to show you how I reassembled a knife. I put a little KPL in here, and I was kind of messing with it. But in any case, I don't care if you put the bearings face down like that or face open like that. It came face open, but I'm going to put them down with the backside of these bearings facing the blade. In any case, one thing to watch, though, when you do this, is if you look at this very carefully. Let me put a little light on it. Do you see that little stepped area right there on the right here on the pivot? On the outer pivot cap, right there. Okay, I'm probably overdoing the whole thing, but look at that. So when you reassemble a knife, if you look at the assembled knife, see how this is flush with the scale? If it's not flush, if you reassembled it and it's not flush with that scale like this, you didn't turn that cap in the right direction. So push it through up here, but if you don't push it into the right way, see how it's above grade here? And that's it. That's all it'll do. Now keep turning. Now what? Did you see it kick down? Okay, so it's way up. Now it goes right into place. That's where it needs to be. So this does have that little trick to it. And I've got enough lube left in there. Believe me, I don't have to add anymore. But yes, good point, huh? Yeah, you need to remember that. Put this on. I already have connected via the pocket clip this scale and this liner. So, and you, of course, you got this internal blade stop thing, so you don't have to worry about a stop pin falling out or whatever, that kind of thing. So then you can snap it together just like that. I got that thing needs to make sure that that stays flush in there without getting turned. I'm going to have to make sure. I guess it is. Okay, so we're good. Okay, get this down. Get this in. Don't want to turn it unnecessarily. There we go. I can feel it's still flush on the back side. Right there. So we want to put our pivot screw in here right now. And, well, we'll give it a few turns and then we'll readjust this dog. Get it to behave. There we go. Snap it together. Okay. So we're getting this flush. Okay, good. That's weird. That's different than on mini knives. Okay, you don't have that kind of thing going on. So I just thought that was interesting and maybe something that might drive you completely insane if you weren't aware of it. These, by the way, are all T8 except for the pocket clip, which is T6. So let's drive this dog in. Okay, and this is fine. Now let's see if we're centered. And we're not. So let's make sure we get this centered up a little further. And we're good right there. Oh, what did we fire out and do here? That was a funky sound. Were we not clicked in all the way? Ooh, that was weird. Okay, so I think we're good. Let's check for blade play, and we got lots of it. Okay, so yeah, something we didn't have latched down properly. And we're there. Okay. That's really close to centered. Let's see if we got any blade play. No. Okay. But we still got good drop here. Action, everything. So, sorry to take so much of your time, but it was just a little strange with this pivot cap here. Nice. Okay. Thought I'd just go through that routine just in case you were interested. Take care. I'm going to let you go.